Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The live stream will be starting very shortly. 15 minutes till kickoff. Grab yourself a drink, a snack. Consider subscribing if you're new. And hope for a very good fixture here this Sunday, December 10th. Get your predictions into chat while you still can. Poll will go up very shortly as well. Gonna get going on that, and we will be underway. Hey Reese, how's it going, mate? Hope you're doing well. One 0 to Newcastle, says Reese. I'm gonna read out the lineups very shortly, ladies and gentlemen. All right, poll is live, ladies and gentlemen. Get to voting. Final result prediction poll: Spurs win, Newcastle win, and draw are your options. 670 subs. Thank you so much to whoever just subscribed. Much love. You know who you are. Let's see. Just to find this stream. Wait, is it? No way. So lineups are as follows, ladies and gentlemen. Tottenham, the home side, lining up in a 4-2-3-1 with Vicario in net, Oro, Romero, Davies, and Udogie as the backline. Bissouma and Sarr once again starting. I believe Sarr was out with injury for a while. Then you have Dejan Kulusevski, Johnson, and Richarlison, all sitting behind Heung-min Son, who is up top. And then for Newcastle, you have a 4-3-3. Dubravka in goal. Nick Pope out for 4 months. Remember, I believe it's a shoulder injury that Eddie Howe had stated. But the back line for them is Trippier, Lascelles, Cher, and Livramento at left back. Newcastle has their own injury crisis, much akin to what Tottenham had gone through for a bit and kind of still is going through. And then the midfield is Jolinton, Bruno Guimaraes, Lewis Miley, Lewis Miley, Anthony Gordon, Isak, and Almiron. 4-3-3. Fairly familiar front line, I'd say, for Newcastle in terms of experience. Same with Tottenham. Tottenham kind of, Richarlison's not really been starting as of late, but things are looking on the up. My prediction for the fixture, it's at home. I'm going to go crazy. I think it's going to be like a... I think it's going to be a 3-2 Tottenham win. How about that? How about them apples? 9.5 minutes till kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope everyone's doing swell. Lots of videos went up this weekend. All the match reactions, the watch-alongs. People showing love to the goalkeeper tier list. Love to see that. More tier lists on the way, for sure. I don't know what I should do next. Be that center backs, full backs, wingers, strikers. I think that's really all we have left. And then honestly, maybe even a definitive Premier League player tier list where it's just like, where does this player rank amongst the ranks? And we'll maybe do something where it's like, I don't know. I was thinking about splitting it up, you know, maybe doing a tier list where it's like all the good players. So the definitive all like good Premier League player tier list and the definitive bad Premier League player tier list, but that feels a little mean-spirited, so I don't think I'm gonna go for that. Spurs win, I believe, has 40% of the full votes. Let's see, we have 5 votes as of right now. 40% to Spurs, 40% to Newcastle, and 20% to a draw. Everyone's doing well today on this Sunday. I'm honestly pretty excited. This has huge implications for the top 4 race. You know, we've had some cracking football this weekend. It's been some has been brilliant. I thought Luton was gonna get the win, or at least a draw. Maybe they looked a lot weaker in the second half. Unfortunately, I thought at the end with all those corners maybe one would sneak in, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. Beyond that, Fulham continuing a 5-0 win against West Ham. Their previous fixture, the 5-0 win against Nottingham Forest, turning the Craven Cottage into a bit of a Craven Castle, kind of like a fortress, no? It's starting to get kind of scary to visit there. And I mean, 5 separate goal scorers too. Jimenez, Willian, Adrabio, Wilson, and Vinicius all scoring in that fixture. And I mean, they couldn't have had 5 separate goal scorers in the other one. Somebody must have scored at least a brace. Yeah, okay, 2 braces. That's good. I was about to say they're cooking something scary over there, Marco Silva's men. But Everton also beating Chelsea. What a result. Newcastle, ooh, people are, oh yeah, we're getting some more votes for Newcastle win. I mean, honestly, Newcastle has looked incredible, but Tottenham, they really impressed me against City. They're not a perfect side, obviously. Neither is Newcastle. Newcastle losing to Everton. But Tottenham's on a winless run of 5, you know. It's getting kind of bleak there. If they don't get the win here, that would mean that Newcastle would leapfrog them up into 5th. Tottenham would not necessarily drop out of top 6 because they are level with points with United as it stands. They have 10 goal difference better than United though, so that's a whole kind of situation in and of itself. United hasn't been scoring a lot, Tottenham has, so there is still a lot at stake. You know, you look at the run-in following this this game, and Tottenham have to go to they have to face Nottingham Forest away from home. They have to host Everton, and then they have to go to Brighton away from home. That's a pretty ragged 3-game run-in. You really never know what you're gonna get with those 3 sides. Everton's actually been really good recently. Yeah, I saw a crazy. Well, I was looking at the table. If you look at the table, Everton would be, as things stand, without a points deduction, would be 10th in the Prem, and they would be 3 points off Brighton and 3 points off Newcastle. Admittedly, Newcastle will have a game in hand. They would be like 3 points off the top 5 race, you know? So Everton would be in a really good spot if they didn't get this points deduction. That's kind of like, I think that's a good representation of where we're at with the Premier League this season. I mean, you look at it and quite frankly, anybody it feels like anybody could beat anybody on the day. You know, City is a bit of a different outlying circumstance, but it really does feel like anybody could have anybody's number whenever. But sound off, chat. I want to hear what you have to say about just the Prem this season. I want to get some discussion going here. But yeah, as always, if you're new, consider subscribing if you end up staying and joining me for the stream. We had a lot of watch-alongs yesterday. But kickoff is set to take place in the tunnel. Youngman Sun and Lascelles leading the lines. Let's get it. Hoping for a good fixture here. Oh, my gaming music's still on. Music or no music? Let me know. I've mixed it up. Had it for some watch-alongs, not had it for some. But Sun, camera on him. He had a pivotal role to play in that 3-3 draw against City. You would think that Tottenham would have bounced back, but doesn't seem to have been the case. They lost to West Ham. They're still not really... They're not, they're not at a stable place right now. I mean, honestly, like, what was the last fixture that they won? I want to know what caused... I mean, the loss at home to Chelsea definitely was rough. That was really what caused all this. But I mean, minus Van de Ven, they have a fairly strong lineup, but I don't know how it'll play out. Here, Postecoglou and Eddie Howe talking. When was the last time Sarr played? Sarr hasn't. I don't think he hasn't. He has featured in a long time. So let me get a quick fact check on that. Pape Sarr matches. Okay, got 6 minutes against West Ham. Is like nothing. They lost. Yeah, so the last meaningful minutes that he played was November 11th against Wolves. I mean, he didn't play against City. Is that what that means? He didn't play against Aston Villa. He didn't play against City. I don't know if he was suspended or what. Maybe he was. Could have sworn he was injured for a bit. No, Lo Celso's been starting a bit more frequently. Liam Ritchie says, we went to an Arsenal bar to watch the game, and one guy wanted to fight us in the 80th minute. Yeah, that's a bar setting for you. Alcohol just, typically tends to bring out the most of our violence, right? Just general human violence, it seems. Kickoff is a minute away. Don't go anywhere. Well, get a snack or something, or a drink, if you so please, while you can. We're running some KFC ads here, and then we're gonna get underway. Let's see it. See if there's any other big news in the world of footy. Here are the huddles. Sides getting ready to get underway. Also, Reece James, hopefully another hamstring injury. Hopefully he's doing well. I mean, doesn't seem like it, unfortunately. He's a class player, but it's riddled with injuries, really. Kulishevsky also wearing face mask. I don't know what happened. I didn't end up catching the bulk of the West Ham fixture, so kickoff about to get underway. Newcastle have the ball. First kickoff. And we are rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Here, share, Ooh, Son intercepts with a header. Miley heads it away. Udogie darting forward. Udogie to Richarlison. To Kulishevsky. To Udogie. To Bissouma. To Sar. Poro cuts in. Swings in left footed cross. Bounces out for a Newcastle throw. A good bar, though, mostly just banter. They also catered the 9 a.m. games for free. That's pretty sick. Homemade tamales and salsa. Breakfast sandwiches. Ceviche. Dang. That no compliments indeed. God bless. What is it with Chelsea and their fragile fullbacks? I feel like Chilwell and James are injured more than they play. Honestly, I mean that's a good point. I don't think they're necessarily like the same injuries, so it's not like I wouldn't necessarily put it down to something like deeper. I'm pretty sure Reece James has had this reoccurring hamstring issue. Hamstrings are honestly, I feel like, and usually end up being like through just fatigue and consistent playing. Like even KDB, look at KDB's hamstring issue. He's obviously a significantly older player with way more mileage than Reece James, but as a Kulishevsky, he's pushing forward, ball out to balls to Kulishevsky again. Foul by Tottenham. Um, I don't know. I feel like both Chilwell and James have. I mean, they played a lot of football. Um, you know, Chilwell was at Leicester. He was playing extensively there. He was a starter there. He was a nailed-on starter at Chelsea. Won Champions League. Reece James. I mean, he has had that right back spot to himself for the most part, minus barring injuries. So I don't know. I feel like they're just so relied upon and have played for so long. I don't know if that's the best reasoning behind it. Maybe it is just down to them. But back to the game. Davies passes to Vicario, who kicks it forward. The Linton heads it away, or rather Bruno Guimaraes. Suma played the pass out to Son. Son into Dogi, who flicked it to Richarlison. Richarlison went forward and went down. What happened here? Bruno Guimaraes blocked it. Ooh, and then it's off his hand. Richarlison charges in. I think it's clattered, but the ref calls a foul on Richarlison. 2 goals in 39 appearances? Jeez, mate. Richarlison. Honestly, like, I've never really been a huge fan of him. Ball forward. Here to Richarlison. Skies it. He's claiming it went out for a corner, but doesn't seem like it did. Let's see again. No, never, ever, ever a corner. Get out of here, mate. Oh, no, they gave the corner. What? What? How'd they give the corner? That's crazy. Ball swung in. And away. There's a scramble. Tottenham managed to knock the ball away. Now they're resetting, trying to get back. And now they have some space for a cross. Swung in. It's headed away once again. Oh, someone hit. Davies hits on his first time. Tries to get the half volley. And it was just not it. But they retain possession somehow. Oro plays this pass forward. 22 is 22 Brennan Johnson? I believe it is. Ball going forward. Oh, cross in. And ooh, very, very well done by Dubravka. Son was empty in the box, waiting to bury the ball. Yeah, out for 4 months, Nick Pope. You didn't hear the news. I mean, it's a pretty huge blow to Tottenham, or Newcastle rather, not Tottenham. Newcastle have the ball now, though. Ball forward, out wide to Anthony Gordon, who's got some space. He plays the ball to Jolinton. Jolinton lays it off to Gumaresh. Bruno Gumaresh just over the crossbar. Wow. Now Tottenham trying to get forward. Newcastle get this ball headed away from Vicario. It's a Tottenham throw. Bruno Guimaraes with a very, very close effort from range. That would have been an absolute belter, but not quite. Let's see how the poll's doing so far, ladies and gentlemen. Poll is at 50% Newcastle win, 30% draw, 20% Spurs win. Interesting. I mean, we'll see how it plays out. I'm excited. I just want goals, man. That's all I want. I want to see a lot of goals and see how it plays out. Trippier with the pass. It gets intercepted by Dogi. He just can't keep it in. It seems out for Newcastle throw. Lost 3-0 at Everton last time out in the Prem. Heaviest defeat in all comps this season for Newcastle. That's kind of crazy. Ooh, Newcastle somehow retained the ball under some pressure. And Jolinton flicks this forward. Is Gordon onside? They have a big chance here. And Newcastle failed to score somehow. What was that? Oh my word. Did Isak miss it or did Davies get a foot to it? Oh, Gordon, you cheeky fella. He stayed behind. Tottenham playing their extremely high line. I want to see that in slow-mo from a different angle. Gordon swings in the low cross. Bounces a bit. Oh, mate. Okay. I see. Yeah, Davies slid in, got the slightest touch to it. And it bounced off Isak's shin as a result, out for a goal kick. That was incredible defending by Ben Davies. Genuinely world-class defending out of nowhere. Son has the ball here, the left channel. But Anthony Gordon had stayed behind the halfway line, so he timed his run perfectly. Just waited there for Jolinton to play the ball forward, and it was actually kind of crazy. But Ben Davies with this ball for Tottenham, it comes to Brennan Johnson, playing on the right-hand side right now. Poro lays it off to Johnson. Here, Bissouma. Here, Dubravka. out of his net a bit. Plays this long pass forward, but Gordon offside position can't engage with it. Tottenham have 73% of the possession, ladies and gentlemen. This is insane. Tottenham doing really well painting the ball. 0 shots on goal. Counted 2 shots to Tottenham, 1 to Newcastle, both not on target. Well, all 3 rather. Udogie with this cross. Is it deflected for a corner, or was that just an awful cross? I think it was just an awful cross. Yeesh, that was pretty rough. So it's 3-2 actually, not 2-1. It's 3-2. 3-2. Made 2 errors leading to goals. Yeah. Trippier had a rough outing last time out. But he has this throw in here. Cher here plays this ball. Ooh, that might be a foul on Cher. I think it is. He's ooh. Oh, mate. How's that not a foul on Cher? He's holding his hip and like tailbone kind of. Who was that? Was that Richarlison, bro? What a bot. That was Kulishevsky. Another. That was. Oh, Kulishevsky barged through him. That's a card, mate. You can't just barge through the back of somebody like that. Cher is a fantastic center back. Has been for like the better part of a decade now in the Premier League, in my opinion. Always has a penchant for a long range screamer. Quality center back. I'm glad he still features for Newcastle. I mean, it's him and Lascelles due to an injury crisis more than likely. I mean, Cher probably might still start even if there wasn't the injury crisis as it stands, but ooh, good interception there by Newcastle. Now Tottenham had the ball away. Miley can't retain possession of the ball as Udogie charges into him, wins the ball. Now Tottenham looking to get forward. Ange Postecoglou's style, known for its direct short passing out the back. Continuing here. Udogie given advantage, but then slips, losing advantage, and the foul is given. Jolinton once again. Oh, he tries to play the pass, but is fouled. Newcastle have chance to make something possibly of it's a weird looking set piece. They're in the center circle taking it. There's Cher joining the play once again. They're seemingly receiving some treatment. Here Newcastle have the ball. Tottenham win it back. Oh, Richarlison. Ball slips forward to him, and he plays a nice pass out to Son, who's got some space here in this left channel. Son, who's that? Incredible. Almiron. Wow. Defensive work rate. And now Son wins the ball off Almiron, and the ref calls a foul as Almiron falls to the ground holding his face. Son is human. Let's see what happens. Son gets the ball. Taking on Cher. Almiron wins it off him. Chases it out. I'll take it. Yeah, Sun like goes like this, kind of extends his. Yeah, that's a foul, Sun. Not gonna front. Miguel Almiron, very quality player. He's honestly impressed. I I'm not I'm not surprised by his I guess progression, but it kind of came out of nowhere. For a long time he wasn't anything special, but I mean, he was fine at Atlanta United, but who would have thought that he would cross in and header away. Brennan Johnson swings down the ball. Tottenham trying to craft a chance here. Lots of bodies in Newcastle's box as it stands. Poro. Cross in. Hits the roof of the net. I think that's a corner. I think it's a corner. Let's see. Cross in. Spurs have the corner. Wait a second. I think that was a very good. I think that was a goal line clearance or thereabouts. Yeah, Almiron. Is it him again? Let's see this. Header. And yeah, dude. Wow. Miguel Almiron with some defensive shrewdness here. Udogie lays the ball off to Basuma. Gives it to Sar. Plays it back to Basuma. Basuma plays a very neat pass to Kulishevsky. Tottenham nearly get it through, but it's cleared away by Newcastle. Here, Dogie gives it to Basuma. Basuma looking for a passing option, but no one's available. Davies running forward a bit. Chips this ball into the path of Kulishevsky. Kulishevsky even still holds on to the ball with Dogie. They're resetting a bit. Tottenham. Sun has it. Basuma plays it out wide. A little too slow there to leave Brennan Johnson or Dogie once again. Verting. Oh, Ben Davies on the overlap. Plays it out to Sun. Sun to Kulishevsky. Basuma just not moving this ball quick enough. Taking very, very slow time to progress it while everyone else's Spurs level up. And that cross from Sun almost meets with Richarlison, who was running onto it. Tried to sneak boot onto it, sliding in to the cross, but not quite. Dubravka handles it comfortably. Just a bounce too late. $671. Thank you to whoever just subscribed. Much appreciated. Much obliged. Still 0-0 here after about 19 and a half minutes. I don't know if either side really could say they look like the better opposition, but it's kind of been one of those fixtures. I mean, let's see if a moment of magic can open something up. I mean, we had an opportunity there with the Bruno Gomes effort from range about 10 minutes ago or so now. Now Newcastle set to take this throw in. Ooh, the ref gives a foul as Kulishevsky charges into Bruno Guimaraes. Bravka set to go long with this. Possibly short. We'll see how it goes. Honestly, as much as I'm not a fan of Tottenham, this stadium is crazy. So massive. Bravka kicks it forward. Headed by a Tottenham player. Now Tottenham have the counter. The bodies forward. Sarr charging forward as well. Plays it through to Brennan Johnson, who plays it first time, and no one's there. That was a tenacious effort by Brendan Johnson. Or Brennan Johnson, sorry. Not Brendan. I think of Brendan Rodgers. I mean, that was a... Honestly, like, sometimes you wish a player would just swing the ball in, like, first touch like that. Because that wasn't, like, a bad... Ooh, yet to be on the winning side when he started for Tottenham, Brennan Johnson. 2 draws and 3 losses. That's pretty rough. That is pretty rough. Dogi. Ooh, he tries to play the pass, but it just doesn't work out. Ooh, foul. Oh, someone's down for Newcastle. It's Jolinton. Jolinton, no. What's wrong, mate? Got kind of pushed down there, it seems. Oh, he seems fine. No, the refs. No, he was doing theatrics. He was doing theatrics. Classic Jolinton. Who's this? Longstaff warming up on the touchline. I mean, it's doesn't seem like a substitution's gonna take place, but he's just getting ready and limber, it may seem. Here in the 24th minute, Trippier swings in the free kick. Oh, Lascelles takes heavy touch. It's out. You get an update on the stats. Make sure that level here. Oh, and Lascelles runs into the ad board. He's holding his hip. Cross forward, header away. Kulishevsky with the ball. Dogi playing really centrally this fixture. Sun on the left. Sun crosses it in and Spurs score. Destiny Udogie. I was just speaking of him. And I said he was playing real centrally. There he is. Plays a nice bit of a 1-2 with Sun. Sun whips in the cross. Dogi runs onto it and scores. Very nice goal. Very well worked. Let's see this again. This is as it played out. Dogi gets the ball, plays it to Sun. Sun takes on the player and just whips it in with his left foot. And yeah, I mean, nobody marks Udogie. So Almiron was, it was Almiron. No, he was marking him and then nobody picked him up afterwards. I mean, not that like it's goals on Almiron. It doesn't really matter. It's just, Trippier gets beat by Sun and a 1-on-1, and then you can't really stop those low crosses often because players are nervous to stick a foot in, because if your goalie doesn't get to it and smother it, anything can happen really. Dogi celebrating. I don't know if that's his first Premier League goal. First career goal for Tottenham. Not even just Premier League. That's first career goal. And Tottenham again, they're forward. They cross it. It's stuffed away. But still, Basuma wins it off Jolinton. Basuma. Still just, it's getting three Newcastle players just swarm him. Oh, and a foul there on Bruno Guimaraes. First club in Premier League history to score the opening goal in 5 straight matches and win none of them. Brother, that is a bad stat. Oh, Miguel Almiron here on the right. Lays it off. Lewis Smiley with the cross. Gets done with, but falls to Anthony Gordon. Leaves it to Jolinton, who strikes it from range. And now Newcastle have a corner. Basuma flex off him. Okay, now this fixture is starting to get a little better, a little more open. One of 2 clubs yet to concede a goal from a corner kick in the Premier League this season. Also Wolves. Oh, Richarlison heads it away. What's the ref saying? Foul on the play? I don't know. Unsure. 2. Ball back. Apparently, Tottenham didn't. Davies plays it to Vicario. Back to Davies. Tottenham now looking to charge forward. Kulishevsky. Done. Down to Davies. Gets it to Christian Romero. Nice back heel there by Pedro Porro. Kulishevsky gets the ball. Now Brennan Johnson has it. He has space. Crosses it in. And Pape Sarr's effort is, I don't know what to call that, but beyond atrocious. I mean, that was a incredible back heel by Pedro Porro. Gets to the Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson takes the touch. Everyone's kind of off. Then he tries to swing it in centrally. And Pape Sarr just absolutely wallops it. Richarlison was open. I mean, he doesn't even hit it over. He just like hits it so wide. Like he just hits it with like the back of his heel. tries to hit it with the side foot, but really nothing to want to remember there from him. That was horrific. 70 to 30% as it stands in possession. Tottenham dominating Newcastle. Newcastle only have 79 passes as it stands with 73% pass accuracy. Tottenham really controlling the game. Pretty obvious. But Newcastle, I mean, they do look dangerous going forward like this with Anthony Gordon getting space. Lewis Miley, and then he plays it back. Now Trippier has the ball after Gomes played it off to him. Now Bruno Gomes again. But Richarlison charges back to win the ball. Richarlison now gets it to Son. Son runs forward but can't keep it in play. Dubravka. Looking for pass forward, but he just plays it short to Lascelles. Dubravka again. Dubravka launches it. Headed away by Trippier. Kulishevsky. Touch, can't keep it in. Trippier plays it to Dubravka. Play out of Tottenham's pressure. It's been an okay fixture. Nothing to write home about. It's been just all right. Long ball forward. Dogi. Davies lays it off. Mario. Nice pass to Udogi. Udogi still. Almiron wins it. Bruno Gomes. Header away. That could have been an insane delivery, but Cora reads it perfectly. And now, Brennan Johnson with a bit of a run. Bruno Gomes slips, and Brennan Johnson gives the ball away. Anthony Gordon. Miguel Almiron! Great save by Vicario. I mean, not the best of efforts by Miguel Almiron. Brennan Johnson gets the ball. He gives it straight away to Isak. Gives it to Gordon, who turns, gives it to Almiron, who just misses. Listen, long term, if Newcastle do want to be competitive, they have to get rid of Almiron because he's 29. He's just not that clinical. Son, here. Son, ooh, wow. Nice 1-2. Ooh, offside. They're saying no corner. Apparently, Richarlison was offside. Lascelles showing heavy. Oh, they're showing his injury. Seems like he hurt himself on that ad board. Those ad boards are so stupid, dude. Son here. Oh, this is they're showing the replay of the. Yeah, they're showing the replay of the own goal, and Lascelles just constantly holding his hamstring. Not really not really working out so far for him today. Joelinton plays this nice pass into Miley. Miley with the back pass. Johnson. Oh, that's probably offside. Almiron's so off. Few offsides here for Newcastle. Quick succession. Well, not just Newcastle, but both Newcastle and Tottenham. Ball forward to Kulishevsky. Oh, and the cross there amounts to nothing from Tottenham. Here, Davies tries to play the pass to Son. Somehow gets to him through an interception. Sar lays it off to Poro. Poro to Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson on the turn. Lays it off to Poro. Poro possibly fouled. No. Ref says no. Right here. Sar. Romero. Romero, his pass just not that great, but Tottenham somehow still win the ball. Suma. Cross forward. Son still chasing. Son out wide. Youngman Son. Taking it in. Son. And a goal! Tottenham again. Richarlison. Son to Richarlison. Wow. Tottenham are cooking. 2-0. I know True Geordie's fuming right now. See this play again. Suma gets it. Lays it off to, I believe, Oro, who plays a long ball towards Son. It's headed away by Trippier. Son, one-on-one. Just beats Trippier again like it's nothing. And just easy pass into Charleston. Trippier's having a mare, mate. I don't know what it is. He has... I wouldn't say he's fallen off, but like, mate, this is... Something's wrong. Something is wrong with how he's been playing recently, because 2 errors in that last fixture. I'd call that an error if it's not. I mean, he's getting absolutely torched by Son. So, oh, there's the Prue celebration. Tottenham lead 2-0. Charleston's second goal in the Prem this season. Ball forward. Cario comfortably collects. Rolls it out to Pedro Porro. Davies. Cario forward to Brennan Johnson. Fantastic touch by the Welshman. Here, Richarlison to Kulishevsky. Tottenham are really opening up Newcastle now. Kulishevsky lays it off to Hingman Son. Son still. Son. Ooh, through the legs of Almiron. Gets it to Brennan Johnson, who tries to swing in, or Poro rather, who tries to swing in across. It's out for a Newcastle throw. Oh, and someone's down. For Tottenham, I think that's Christian Romero. Romero holding his left hip. Now what is this all about, eh? See this. Isak. Ooh. Oh, yeah, Isak just kind of got under Romero, and Romero just flew and fell and hit his hip. Not ideal. Oh, ball swung in. Nothing amounts of it for Tottenham. They win the ball there, and Brennan Johnson, ooh, his effort just whizzes wide. A low-driven shot. Good opportunity, though. Yeah, Sarr just wins it against Jolinton. Good strike, but not good enough. Brennan Johnson, he hits the post, lad. He hits the low post. It's not working out for him right now. I mean, he's seemingly quality from what I've seen at Nottingham Forest and how he's playing right now. He's definitely generating some stuff for Tottenham here. And even still he is. Kulishevsky! Oof. Comfortable save for Dubravka. Let's see what happened here. Cher had the ball, tried to take it on, and Brennan Johnson wins it off him. And then ball bounces. I mean, could have fell into the path of Richarlison, but Richarlison was offside, so he left it for Kulishevsky. Newcastle gaining slightly more possession now. They're up to 67%. They were, well, up to 33%. They were at 30. Oh, and Isak. Alexander Isak. Offside. Tottenham also have 9 shots now. No, I don't drink coffee. Lascelles here to share. Jolinton now moving forward. Jolinton still charging forward. Ooh, and that's a nice interception by Udogie. Tottenham break forward with pace. Son leading the drive. Young man Son lays it off to Kulishevsky. Ooh, wow. Was that a save, mate? What even happened there? Richarlison holding his head too. Lots of drama in that play. Son was going forward with absolute pace. Lays off Kulishevsky, who's on the left, who crosses it in, and oh, it was a cross. He goes over, and Richarlison misses the contact with the header, and it goes wide for a goal kick. Cross in. Header by Richarlison, and it's caught by Dubravka, who rolls it out quickly. Now, Newcastle going to look to get forward, and Trippier. Wow, that was Trippier has been awful. It's been absolutely awful today. I don't know what else to say but that. I know there's a great player in there in Kieran Trippier, but today, mate, you've been shoddy at best and absolutely downtrodden at worst. Oh, 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I just realized why my green screen keeps flashing. So I'm going to turn off this light so it stops flashing, because it keeps flashing. When it flashes, that happens. Alrighty, we are back. I'd rather the green screen be a permanent kind of slight discoloration than this flickering stuff that was going on, because it's a little too much for me. Newcastle going forward. Anthony Gordon gets the ball. Oh, Gordon gets it once again after losing it slightly. Bruno Guimaraes with nice ball to Kieran Trippier, who swings in the cross. And it's out for a corner, I think. I want to say that was a corner. It's a corner. Yep. Newcastle set to take another corner tonight. Crossed. Nothing. Really bad corner there. They do have the throw, Newcastle. Or is it? No, it's Tottenham have the throw. Oh, man. That's terrible for Newcastle off of that. Livramento here. Well, no. Livramento was in front of Porro, but Porro's taking the throw. Porro loses the ball. It's about to be halftime. 3 minutes of stoppage time were added, so not the most amount of time. I mean, very uneventful first half, it feels like, even though it was 2-0. The goals were nice, but it was just Kieran Trippier getting absolutely dusted by Son. And then, I mean, Lascelles has also, like, kind of been hurt since running into that ad board. He didn't even react. And he probably, if he did, he probably stops that first goal. 6-1 was the last fixture. Yeah, I forgot about that. Here, Kulaszewski, Son, Johnson, or who is that? Ball swung in by Kulaszewski, and it's out for halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the half. Decent half. Let's look at some of these stats. Let me pull them up real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me for a brief moment. We'll also end the poll because the poll's been going on for a minute now. 13 votes total. 46% of you said draw. I mean, maybe. It's a good prediction. I mean, Newcastle are still in it. 2-0's not like a huge deficit. But they do look very lackluster. Let's be abundantly clear here. They look really bad. But the fixture, last fixture, the game week. Stats: 65.4% possession for Tottenham, 34.6% to Newcastle. 5 shots on target for Spurs, 11 shots in total. 4 shots for Newcastle, a single shot on target, and 3 corners to 1. They're saying, I thought it was 2, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the Premier League's wrong. Who knows? But that's from their website. Stats are kind of telling. I mean, it paints a fairly accurate picture of what's going on. Let's see who Tottenham can even bring in off the bench. Tottenham off the bench: Karius, Giuseppe, Dummett, Kraft, Hall, Murphy, Ritchie, Longstaff, and Wilson. I guess Wilson, maybe Longstaff, maybe Ritchie, maybe all, but like, wow, that is a really weak bench. I mean, Tottenham have Lo Celso, Veliz, Gil, Højbjerg, Skip, Royale. I mean, both benches are really just terrible, terrible, terrible benches. I really don't know what to say about the benches other than both sides need to invest in January. That is a major fact. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick, and I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Second half of Tottenham Newcastle will continue in just a moment. Sound off with your thoughts on the first half performance for both sides, and let me know your thoughts thus far. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half set to kick off, get underway. foolish. My mic was off, wasn't it? I'm an idiot. Sorry, chat. My mic was off. Oh, gosh. I just want to eat these almonds and not have to make a crunching sound into the mic. And the time isn't even going. Me oh my. There we go. Here. Ball thrown to Bruno Guimaraes. Cher lays it off to Jamal Lascelles. No subs yet for Newcastle. I mean, they don't have a lot of options. Jolinton, nice. Lays it off to Bruno. Here, Miley lays it off. And a nice interception by Ben Davies. Nice block. Out for a corner. Romero holding his shin pretty hard. Let's see what happens. So Jolinton gets the ball. Gets stamped on a bit. Nothing comes of it. Here, Newcastle have the corner. Again. Here, Livramento. It's to Isak. Bruno Guimaraes. Tackle. Another tackle. Wins the balls. Ball chipped forward towards the path of nobody. Out for a throw. Here, Bruno Guimaraes kind of slips. Wins the ball with his butt. Then challenges again. And breaks the pass up from Son. Romero here. Ooh. It's a tackle on Brennan Johnson. Here, Romero looking for the pass forward. Romero plays it to Kulishevsky. Poro, cross in. Deflected away. Tottenham reset. And an effort. And what a save by Dubravka. Bissouma went for range. Dubravka with a comfortable save. Score remains 2-0. Here. Ball down to Livramento. Livramento tries to play it, and long ball forward from Dubravka. Here, Trippier lays it off to Almiron. Plays it into Bruno Guimaraes. He plays the outside boot pass. Doesn't really work out. Gets intercepted by Udogie, but Tottenham give away the ball immediately as Udogie plays a sloppy pass that gets intercepted by Trippier. And here, Almiron. Miguel Almiron to Isak. Isak to Jolinton. They lose the ball. Almiron wins it back. Livramento. here. Newcastle just really not able to do much, honestly. They've been in a bit of a funk, it feels like. It's been very, very slow to start, lacking any sort of creativity. Tottenham dominating possession too. Here, Linton. Ball given away. Well, not given away, given back to Lascelles. Miley to Bruno. Bruno lays it off. Miley. Oh, dude, this Newcastle side, they need some subs, man. This is dross at best. Straight up. It's a corner though. Tottenham, one of two sides yet to concede in the league from a corner. The other being Wolves. Stat that they've rolled out a ton this weekend. I mean, it is an interesting stat. We're almost halfway through the season to not have conceded in the league from a corner. It's kind of crazy. Maybe here. Oh, Vicario punches it away. Here, Tottenham on the counter. Huge counter. Foul. Foul by Lascelles. Waiting for this free kick. Oh, they play short. I thought they were going to play a long free kick. By the way that they were shooting that. Basuma lays it off to Porro. Porro. The ball in towards Richarlison. And Richarlison scores. 3-0 to Tottenham. Richarlison with the brace. What a horrific look for Dubravka, and a tough reminder for Newcastle fans. Pope is a quality goal. Like Pope in that doesn't get scored. That was a real poor misread by Dubravka. No, not to scapegoat him, but that was terrible. I mean, Porro gets the ball, floats it to Richarlison, and then man gets caught in between two worlds, and then he's just waddling sideways, and Richarlison's always going to bury that. Any striker is going to bury that. Takes a touch. Not any striker. That was a good finish, but takes a touch with his left. Oh, yeah, and then Dubravka, I mean, he opened it up for him. Tottenham absolutely cruising against Newcastle. A tough look. Consecutive 3-0 losses for Newcastle. Could mean a world of hurt, realistically. And Newcastle lose the ball again. This is a tough look for them. See what the Prem table is looking like real quick. As this stands, Newcastle, I mean, they're really going to get into a dangerous area here if they don't. I mean, they're not going to win this fixture. But if they don't pick up their form, what are Newcastle's next few fixtures? AC Milan midweek. Big fixture in the Champions League. Almost must win. Unless they... No. Yeah, if they draw, I mean, they'll be stuck in the Europa League, I guess. Oh, Porro. Oh, wow, Porro. Or Johnson, rather. That was Johnson, not Porro. Porro swings in the cross here, though. That was kind of like a shot, though. Wow. What a hit. Almost. Spurs are absolutely toying with Newcastle at this point. It's been honestly very, very rough to see. Newcastle not able to really make any sort of semblance of. Ooh. Oh my word. Son, that would have been such a ridiculous goal, mate. That would have been crazy. Amazing floated ball by Dejan Kulishevsky. But wow, wow, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Lots more stuff to come shortly. I'll have the match reaction for this game up after this. $672. Let's go. Whoever subbed, shouts out to you. Wow. 63rd minute. Howe is taking off Almiron or Wilson and bringing in Longstaff from Miley. I think. Isak off. Isak and Almiron for Longstaff and Wilson. That's kind of crazy, dog. I mean, all right. I guess rest those guys, but like this is sub. I don't know. Miley's still in. Oh, he's coming back from a hamstring issue. Okay, that makes sense as to why Wilson hasn't featured earlier in this fixture. Honestly, probably for the best for his sake. Both their sakes. Okay, they were both injured for 3 and 4 matches. Oh, 65 minutes have elapsed. 3-0 for Tottenham. Really not the best of situations for Newcastle. I mean, they have that Milan fixture that's going to be really, really high stakes. Beyond that, I mean, should they not progress, if they lose to Milan at home, their whole season will get a lot. I mean, they'll be able to focus only on the Prem, which might be a blessing in disguise for them. But it'll be... Oh, Poro with a weird half cross, half shot, and it hits the top of the goal, chipping over the crossbar. That would have been a disgusting chip. Just gonna say that right away. Very, very impressed how Tottenham's played today. They've been tenacious. Ooh, Kulishevsky with a weaker right-footed strike from outside the box, but a fantastic save by Dubravka. That would have been an absolute banger. How did he place it? He placed it okay. No, he placed it pretty great, actually, Kulishevsky, but the goalie with a great catch. Now, cross in, but Vicario comfortably handles it. Madsen watching from above will probably be very happy with this result thus far. Strike in. Oof. Tottenham just peppering Newcastle with these shots. I mean, nothing really the Newcastle have shown today of any promise, I would say. Vicario kicks it out. It's Newcastle now, kind of kicking the ball around, trying to figure out a way to manufacture any sort of chance. But as it stands, it's just been really, really lackluster. Like, this is like more akin to a Newcastle side. Honestly, like under Steve Bruce, at least today. Like, this has been very, very poor. Jolinton lays it off to Miley. Miley. It's a Tino Livramento. Livramento plays it short to Jolinton. Jolinton to Gumaresh. It's outside his boot. And it doesn't really work out. Wilson here. Callum Wilson still. Son wins it off of him. Son still. Son. His counter. Starting up. Oh, but Newcastle win it off Udogi, who charges forward after Son lays it off to him. Gordon with the cross. Far post. Jolinton. Oh, mate. Oh, mate. Someone's down, holding their head, and Vicario immediately going to check on them. Was it Ben Davies? Pedro Porro. Wow, man. Jolinton, that was a ridiculous push. Pedro Porro did a front flip off that push. That's honestly, like, I'm all for players being physical, but if you're gonna barge into people pushing them that hard, flipping, like, dog, like, that should be a red. I'm sorry. Like, you can't just like push someone like that entirely from the back, and with so much worse that they front flip and hold their head from it. That was a real, like, I'm not even a Tottenham fan, and I like Jolinton as a player. I like those types of guys, but when you're losing and you're doing stuff like that, like, you're not even getting to the header, bro. That's a chance for your team to score. Like at least try to contend for the header. You're not. You're too preconsumed with just pushing this guy because he's gonna beat you to the header. Like I don't know. Just kind of leaves a poor taste in your mouth when you see, as a fan, because that was a really strong push. Like, because, like, in real life, if somebody pushes you like that, you're throwing hands, you know? Like, if somebody pushed me hard enough for me to front flip, I'm trying to fight. So, like, I don't know. If in the case of Jolinton, a push, like, I'm not, like, in the case of just generally in the Premier League, with using Jolinton's push there as an example, I don't know. I would see that as like Diego Carlos's elbow yesterday. I didn't harp on it too long because I really wanted Arsenal to lose, but that was such a crazy elbow. Like, just because, like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of times, just because, like, a challenge is, like, physical, there's this, like, oh yeah, it's fine. Like, so long as he didn't like slide in and slide tackle them, where it's a handball, or they went too low with, like, obviously studs challenges on the shin or whatever are, like, the worst, or on the ankle. Those are, like, absolute, like, leg breakers and deserve red cards every day of the week. But, like, a push like that, like, that is ridiculous. Obviously, Poro was fine. He wasn't hurt, but, like, what happens when somebody is hurt? You know? Like, I always think about that one moment when, I forget who it was, but someone saved 64 points so far in the FPL, says Kid Fury. Welcome back, Kid Fury. Let me see what I'm at for FPL this match week, Kid. I'm at 51. The average is 18 points. Wow. Wow. Dina is injured. Yeah, Holland and Alvarez ghosted. I don't think he even played. My FPL team is ravaged with injuries. Yeah, now Luka Dean suspended. So I have a suspension, injury to Botman, injury to Abrachieze, Calster injured, Areola injured. So honestly, 51 points match week where the highest point total is 91, average is 18. I'm not too upset with that. Richarlison subbed off for Lo Celso. And Richarlison played very well today. He had a brace. It's very impressive. Livermento off for Hall. Gordon off for, who is this? Ritchie, Matt Ritchie. Wow. Interesting. Oh, and Tottenham again going forward. Brendan Johnson has the ball on the right. Tries to play the pass. Still gets it. Johnson. Oh, nothing. Newcastle handle it comfortably. They continue forward. And here, Tottenham, some pressure being applied to them. Be Newcastle, but they handle it very easily. Story of the match, really. This has been really just an absolutely dominant display by Tottenham. Newcastle never looked like they got out of first gear whatsoever. I mean, like, Newcastle will always play their typical rugged, rough, tenacious brand of football, but sometimes it just doesn't matter how rough you are. If you can't really, like, do much with the ball, you're kind of screwed, right? Like, oh, mate, Porro! Wow, that would have been such a crazy goal. Pedro Porro's cooking them right now, too. That is wild. They're getting absolutely, I don't know, mate. Miley just gets nutmegged and then a long range effort. I mean, they don't have a better goalie than Dubravka, who hasn't been poor today, but he's not Nick Pope. I mean, he was at fault for that third goal to an extent, partially at least. Joelinton, Joelinton goes near post with that finish, and it almost somehow sneaks in, but it's out, I think, for a corner or a throw. Kid Fury, one sec. Sorry, I missed the Aston Villa stream. I went to play FIFA with my father. It's fine. Do you think we should add Harvey Elliott to FPL? I don't know. I mean, Harvey, he doesn't have a nailed on spot in the squad, and he's not necessarily guaranteed to get you a goal or an assist every game. And as a midfielder, you kind of need that. There's better options. I was just looking at my FPL team, and there's so many injuries. I'll switch him for Palmer, but I already have Trent, Salah, and Nunez. Palmer probably going to get you more goal contributions throughout the season, to be entirely honest, because he's more of a focal point for this Chelsea side. Harvey, I mean, I wouldn't bank on him. You know, Nunez also somebody who like kind of struggles to bank with. He's been class off the bench though. He has, but like, can you guarantee that Klopp will? I mean, if you can predict correctly when Klopp will bring him in, there's maybe a good chance that he gets good contributions and good points. But like, I don't know. Like, I'm actually just looking at a replacement right now, and I have quite a bit to do because I have Trippier, and while Trippier is scoring a lot of points, like he costs so much for no reason, and you already know I'm adding Pedro Porro after that performance today. Another person. Honestly, putting in Pau Torres for Villa, and gonna get rid of Dina. Bring in. Oh, they have a free kick here, Newcastle. Trippier from range. I mean, he's in my FPL team now, so if he scores, he'll make me look like a real dunce for dropping him. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see it. Let's see it. Swings in the cross. Nothing. Nothing. Not awful, but not really great. That was it. Oh, Newcastle on the counter. But he has been. I switched Douglas Luiz for the Scottish Zidane, John McGinn. Huh. I mean, I don't have either. I actually need some Villa players. I just put in Pau Torres. Luca Dean suspended. I think Pau Torres is probably a better player to have long term. I just feel like he'll probably. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like that. I want like a different player possibly. Oh, Romero with a really wild challenge there. Wilson with the tackle gets up. That's probably a red, mate. That's probably a red there by Romero if I were to guess, but we'll see how it plays out. That was wild. That was a real wild challenge. Romero with the yellow card. You think I should take out Trippier and Livramento? I'd take him out. Now there's a bit of a skirmish. Bruno Guimaraes. Oh, almost like a. He kind of like does the like their faces, their foreheads were touched, and he does the. He didn't headbutt him, but he like, you know, they like will have their heads like this and they'll just. I don't know. It's so stupid when they like. It's like bulls, you know, like you see two bulls locking horns. They like act like they're locking horns because I don't know. I hate when people in football start getting like needlessly aggressive, standing over people or like getting in their face for no reason. Cross in by Newcastle, headed away. Vicario comfortably collects. I'm surprised Romero got away with that, man, honestly. That was a ridiculous challenge on the back of the ankle for no reason. And I need Isak to score, says Kid Fury. He's on the bench, mate. He got subbed off. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, kid. Oh, Son going forward, and is that a penalty? Is the ref going to give a penalty for this? He gives the penalty. Oi, oi, oi. That is not what you would want to see. Yeah, definite penalty. I mean, Bravka rushes out and barges into him. It's gonna. Son to take. Son steps up to the penalty spot. Will he make it 4? He does. Youngman Son makes it 4-0 to Tottenham. An absolute battering of Newcastle. Wow, wow, wow. Tough, tough, tough stuff for Newcastle. You think I should add Kamara for FPL from Villa? Hey, let me check for you, Good Fury. One sec. Oliver Skip and Brian Gill coming in. Sure. Just made a bunch of transfers for next week. Oh, ball forward by Newcastle. No, Kid Fury. 29 points, 5 mil. I mean, unless like you're really trying to like accommodate some really big players, I would say no. I would say no. I just spent some time adjusting my fantasy team for next week. Tottenham are in 5th, 3 points behind Man City. 30 points. Oh, Oliver Skip. Ooh, he had a chance. I would never have guessed Oliver Skip to score. He had a chance, but hit it straight at the goalie. tough look for him. Son just misses. Aiming for that far post, mate. Should I take out Palmer? I mean, I wouldn't have any Chelsea players in there. I'd definitely be more interested in having like honestly, Hwang Hee-chan. I just added him. He's a very good midfield option. Gordon, you want like usually you want like more offensive players that could kind of make you could get away with like wingers there sometimes. Like have Salah in midfield, obviously. Brian Gill, Poro crosses and nothing. Son getting subbed off, a goal and 2 assists today. Very good performance from the captain. Stoppage time is 4 minutes or 5 minutes. Very, very comfortable result here for Tottenham. Newcastle just, I mean, Newcastle have had some like random moments where they've been. Oh, 4-1. I looked away for half a second. 4-1. Joelinton, the goal scorer. Some sloppy passing out the back. Tottenham, we know that they have this almost like, I don't even know what to call it, but they have this principle of always passing out short. They never play the long ball. And when you're up, sometimes playing that long ball is important. 4 career Premier League goals versus Tottenham, most versus any opponent for Joelinton. That's kind of impressive. I mean, not really. But it's just funny that it's against Tottenham. Here, Vicario moves it long. Lewis Hall wins the header. Tottenham now on the counter. Can they make it to 5? Long ball towards Brian Gill. Gill. To Poro. Gill. Oi. Ball forward. What a ball that is. Offside. 4-1. The score thus far. Brian Gill again, moving forward. Nothing. Terrible pass. Terrible, terrible pass. It's been an okay fixture. Nothing like really fantastic as it stands in the Prem, though. This result would mean, yeah, Tottenham 5th, 3 points behind City, 3 points ahead of Manchester United, and 4 points ahead of Newcastle, who's on 26th. And Newcastle level with points. Brighton, who's in 8th, 2 points ahead of West Ham. Even Fulham's only 5 points off of 7th. And Fulham's been on great form. Those 5-0 wins. And Callum Wilson going again. Can he make it? 4-2. He loses the ball. Yeah, I mean, it's not like a huge gap. There's still so much football to be played. About half the season or so left, a little more. Half the 22 games, you know, it's a lot of football. Who knows what'll happen? You could see some of these teams that are on 19 points start to slip into the relegation zone. Some teams that are on the low 20 points, you know, they'll possibly, like a Fulham, a few more wins, you could be right up in the Europa League conversation. Who knows? Cross in. Wilson, good save by Vicario. Final score 4-1. Stop this timer. Reese, welcome back. Oh, there's a skirmish here. What is up, Reese? All right, fellas, I'm gonna quickly record. What was it? What did you say? Whole time? Nice, Reese. May have to sacrifice Saka for Holland, man. Possibly. I'm gonna quickly record my match reaction to this, and then I will be signing off. Tottenham 4, Newcastle United. Well, I messed it up there. Restart. See a lot of this. Tottenham 4, Newcastle United 1. And absolutely, I mean, not really much to say about this fixture besides the domination from Spurs. They really, really, really just managed to keep Newcastle at bay. And that isn't to say that that's necessarily super impressive. Newcastle has a ton of injuries. They have this Champions League match midweek against AC Milan. And, I mean, the shot disparity is really what I'm going to drive home here. 23 shots from Spurs, 8 from Newcastle. 12 shots on target from Spurs, 2 from Newcastle. Absolutely just destroyed. 702 touches to 584. Just all in all, this fixture was kind of just like, I mean, when you look at it on paper, Newcastle were lacking a lot of depth. They were lacking a lot of experience. They were lacking some of their star signings. We know they're without Tonali still. We know that the likes of Botman have knee injuries. We know that, you know, this current iteration, this season's iteration of Newcastle is going to be a little weighed down by some of this baggage that is just around the club, being that the injury crisis or the Tonali suspension or just a general kind of almost difficulty to adjust to the pace of the European competition with the restraint that they have shown in the transfer market thus far. Admittedly, Newcastle have spent a ton of money, but they haven't gone buck wild with the spending thus far. So, quick recap, 26th minute, we saw Son absolutely torch Kieran Trippier. Heung-min Son one-on-one with Trippier, just driving in. Trippier, he was on his tippy toes. There was a moment in the fixture before this goal where Lascelles had tried to control the ball from like a chipped free kick. It got the better of him and went out for a goal kick. He couldn't stop himself and he ran into the ad board, hitting his hip. That might not seem like that big of a deal, but for the Udogie goal, the first goal, he was, in fact, the first person there that could have stopped or broken up that pass. But he didn't even like step forward to it. He just couldn't. He almost started holding his hip afterwards. And clearly that impacted him. Not to say that that's an excuse, but Tottenham were the better side up until that point. And then we saw Son assist again, a goal to Richarlison. And then Richarlison scored again in the 60th minute after Pedro Porro assisted him. And finally, we saw Son go one-on-one with Dubravka, who honestly had a really rough game. No offense to him. He is their backup. With the fact that Nick Pope is out for, 4 or 5 months, they are basically without their starting goalie until the end of the season. Dubravka had another mare during the Richarlison goal. He rushed out and then fell to ground when Richarlison just slided past him. Son, though, was going one-on-one. Not really one-on-one with a goal. He was out to the left a little bit. And then, effectively, Dubravka just took him down. He tried to rush out to catch it, and Son just took it past him and took Son out, and it was a penalty. But all in all, Joelinton, he got a consolation goal. He has more goals against Tottenham than any other side in the Premier League. He has 4 against them, I think. So, fun fact there. Callum Wilson with the assist. I don't know. This could have been like a 6, 7, 8-0 if some of the shots just were like a little better. It was honestly like and Newcastle grew into the game a bit, but not in terms of creativity. They just kind of were able to hold on to the ball a bit more and retain possession, not really progress it and not really create anything. Tottenham will be very satisfied with this win. They, were just on 5, matches played without a single win, and now they've gotten that win against a pretty worthy adversary in Newcastle United, who, let's see how Newcastle's run-in has been so far. I want to see if they have any cause for concern with this fixture list coming in. Very quickly, take a look. Next matches to play. So AC Milan at home in the Champions League. Pretty big fixture for Newcastle. They'll hope to win that. But maybe they don't. If they draw it, they still get Europa League. They need the win. And let's see. They need the win and for PSG or Dortmund to draw or drop points. Dortmund winning would be best case scenario, and then them beating AC Milan. But beyond that, they have Fulham in the league, Chelsea in the EFL Cup, Luton away in the league, tough fixture, Nottingham Forest at home, Liverpool at Anfield on first. It's Sunderland in the FA Cup, January 6th. Then it's City at home, Villa away, Luton at home, Nottingham Forest away. Yeah, it's going to be a tough run-in. This next, even the next few matches after this, Newcastle will look to bounce back, but we'll see how they do. They have a lot of injuries. They have the injury to Nick Pope as well. That is probably the most devastating one. But besides all that, let me know what you thought of this fixture. Like the video if you enjoyed, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new. Let me know what you thought of everything, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Genuinely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I'm Sideline Sedo. Peace. All right, stream fellas and gals. That is that. Hope everyone enjoyed the stream that tuned in. Made it this far. Much love. See ya. Well, not see ya.